Привіт усім! З вами Лірок. І сьогодні ми продовжуємо проходити гру Kingdom Come Deliverance. Зараз ми керуємо Богутою, так як Генрі залишився в Кутній горі в магістраті. Десь ось тут. І він підслуховує за зібранням прихильників Сігізмунда. Натомість Богута в Ратборжі відвідує зібрання прихильників Вацлава. І нам потрібно тут з усіма поговорити. З тими, хто реально буде говорити. У Богути є якісь своє минуле пов'язане з цим. Скоріш за все, я так розумію, він один з панів, власне, тут в Ратборжі. Так, рабин. Самуїл, птачик не говорить. Ян з Ліхтенштейна теж не говорить, я так розумію, всі, кому не треба, той з нами і не говорить. Ротард. І Воклен. Поговоримо ще з ним. Він захищав Кутну гору від нападу Сігізмунда. Ну і сидів з птачиком в одній в'язниці.
Baron Воклен Брабан, chevalier de Ратек, the last of my line. I am a warrior, a traveler, a strategist, and also, à ma manière, a poet.
My word. Isn't that exhausting?
Mais non, and I'm glad to meet a new friend.
Зустрічі нового друга.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Baron. I knew right away we'd hit it off. How did you end up imprisoned in Malashov?
Ah, c'est une histoire compliquée. It was after I heroically led the defense of Gothenburg, and only lost it narrowly by an unfortunate turn of events.
That needs some explanation.
Непередбачуваних обставин.
Oh, misère. It is clear you have never been to war.
You're quite mistaken, Monsieur Baron. I have.
Ah, je suis désolé. This Bohemia is a strange land. I have seen farmhands, children,
Але
and
щоб і
even women
духовенство.
fighting. But the clergy? Sainte Mère, do tell me about it. No doubt you fought on the side of truth and honor.
My last big battle was in Kosovo.
I've heard of this battle. Many great men fell there.
Aye. And it was there I decided it was nothing for me. So I settled down in the presbytery in Ujits.
Then, what are you doing here at a meeting of
На
opponents of the
зустрічі
crown?
ворогів корони.
The Lord
Несповідимі шляхи Господні.
You say you're a poet? How about a verse or two to amuse us?
Jamais. Is poetry nothing but a fuss to you? Is a poet a gesture for amusement? I think not. To recite, I require the proper mood. And besides, few here would understand me.
Where have you been on your travels? Have you seen the ocean?
But of course. I was
Ха,
born
біля
by the
моря
sea.
народився.
If you are interested in my greatest journeys, then I have traveled with a merchant caravan all the way to the Ottoman Empire. And if you are interested in my greatest deed, then that was perhaps saving the life of the King of France.
And you wouldn't by any chance know the Pope, personally?
Which one do you mean? I spoke briefly with Boniface IX when I was sojourning in Rome. A pleasant fellow.
Приємний чоловіка.
How come almost nobody here knows you?
I am operating, as they say. Incognito. My great benefit is my strong connection with the French court. There, everyone knows my name. Here in Bohemia, I'm still building my reputation, slowly, but
Повільно, але вірно.
surely.
Так, з Брабаном поговорили. Ну добре. Ой, Йост навіть тут. Дуже недалеко від свого двоюрідного брата. Добре, поговоримо з Самуїлом.
Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect to find among Christians representatives of your community. I'm Godwin. My greetings to you.
Peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest here. And yet,
І все ж.
How do you know I'm a priest?
it's not difficult to tell. After all, we have much in common.
Ну і чапка
And we
схожа.
are both a little on unfamiliar ground here. I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred community of Gutenberg. And this is Samuel, my aide.
Who would rather not be here at all. Why did we have to come here, Sadie? Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
Because we all need to help each other in this time of need. And why would they not stare when you are frowning so?
Are you here to arrange some trade?
We have more serious
Ніж
matters to
прибуток
attend
кілька
to
грошів.
here
Ну,
than
пішли
gaining a
кліше.
few groschen. The situation in the town and the kingdom is unsustainable. The whole land is on the brink of destruction. You have men and weapons. We have the means to sustain them.
Why are you telling this to a koimer? You wanted to deliver what we brought to the Margrave and quickly leave.
Everything in good time, Samuel. We have just arrived, after all.
Did you come to lend money to the lords?
Not to lend, but to give. Help given to the needy is repaid only by God.
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that money, we could have paid mercenaries ourselves.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry?
Його посланця
Messenger
Рацека
of
кобили.
Racek Copula.
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him. We did not get off to a very good start.
Ага, засідка була.
Well, maybe you'll get to know each other better. He should be coming here later, by the way. For a young stripling, he's been through plenty. It's not so long since his parents were killed in Skalitz. He was supposed to become a blacksmith, and instead, he's roaming the world, risking his
No
neck
tak.
at every turn.
Wait, a blacksmith, you say? From Skalitz?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name
Мартіна.
of
Цікаво.
Martin.
My daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this world. For
Wow.
our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one. Ma raised me on her own.
And that was
То ще
all
й
for the best.
Why? He should
цікаво.
have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children. At least, none of his own. He took in Henry and raised him as his own on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzig Kobyla, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other mamsers.
Мамзерів.
That boy's blood father denied him, just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Enough. I'd rather have a drink. Will you have one too, Zayde?
For that, there will be more suitable times.
Краще не питиму.
Good health.
Та ну. Не вірю я. Це як неповага, типу, буде. Кого тут тільки немає. Всі зібралися.
Dear friends and allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next?
Богута собі наливає там на задньому плані.
Troubles in Hungary. And here, too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses.
Ну і
and
вивезе все,
carried
що
off
маємо,
everything
це
that we
точно.
possess. Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Yops is
Політика.
right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
End with nothing.
Почалася вже нарада. Люксембург тут, всі тут.
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
А ці вже тут в куточку собі думають.
Well, that went just as expected. Good health.
And to yours. Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Lichtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know this?
Звідки ти це
I have
знаєш?
my sources. From what I've heard
Шпигун.
about you,
Звісно ж знаю.
I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Is that so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
It depends what it's all about.
A little delicate diplomacy. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has certain shortcomings.
Недоліки.
That's a weak word.
And the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the council. But I have an idea how to change that.
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and
Ти ж
satisfy the
казали,
whims
що
of one
хоче
piece.
миру.
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposes, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
If Sigismund decides to mount an attack on the camp, it'd be a massacre.
Ah, but it won't. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. And besides, he's running out of resources. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves, but he won't engage an equal force on the battlefield.
But he can't retreat either. That would be a disgrace.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We've already set
Вже
the
все
ground for it.
підготували.
We just need negotiators who will push the right people in the right direction.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel,
Разом із
without his
ним.
knowledge. If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win.
Why are you doing all this anyway?
Because I want to put a stop to the senseless deaths, and also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
You've got an interesting way of approaching things.
You're certainly not the first to tell me that.
Сприйму
I
як
take it as a
комплімент.
compliment.
I'll help you. What exactly should I do?
I'll give you 3 names. Botchek of Kunstadt, Haman Alder, and Anna of Waldштейn. If you can get those 3 on our side, we've won the day. Meanwhile, I'll take care of Jobst.
What if it doesn't work?
I refuse to even consider that outcome, because it would mean slow but certain defeat for all of us.
Why me, of all people?
Because you've got a head on your shoulders. You know how to talk, and you're not just out for your own good. You and your friend Henry are similar in that respect. That's why I know I can count on
Цікаво.
you both. There aren't many like you two left.
О, вже і підлещується, ну гарно.
Tell me a bit more about those people, so I know who I'm dealing with.
Certainly. Who do you want to start with?
Botchek of Kunstad. I know the name, but I can't quite place him.
That's just the thing. He's got massive estates, great influence, but he holds back. He doesn't play the big game, because he doesn't like to take risks. He always goes for the sure thing. But once he's made his mind up, not
Ой,
even a
пару
pair of
голів не
oxen will hold
відтягнеш.
him back.
Alder the Alderman. Wasn't he a Kuttenberg councillor?
He still is. The only one who retained his position after the
цікаво.
city was taken. Only he's here, instead of cozying up with Sigismund in Gutenberg. So
Значить,
his
не
days
довго
in the
йому бути
council are
лавником.
numbered. But he'll continue to have a strong influence on the guilds and the rich burghers. And that's why we need him.
Anna of Waldштейn. The widow of that rich mine owner. What was his name?
Wenzel Bartosz. And I'm not surprised you forgot.
I was quite surprised to see her here. Assemblies like this are more of a...
A male affair? So far, Godwin, so far. Anna is holding back and behaving like an exemplary young widow. But don't trust appearances. She's got claws, she knows how to do her sums, and she certainly has no love lost for Sigismund.
And what use can she be to us? Apart from her late husband's money, of course.
She's as sharp as they come when it comes to trade. And she knows a thing or
ну,
two
тут
about
вже-
diplomacy. There are wicked
Тобто
tongues
повний
that claim
спектр.
Bartosz acquired most of his wealth thanks to her, and that it was thanks
Щось ми
to
про
her
таке
that he died too.
теж чули. А, ні, цього вже
I'll
не
get on
чули.
it then. Wish me luck.
I wish us both luck.
А,
Before the day
точно,
is over,
Роза про неї
the die
казала.
will be cast.
Success to our plans.
Богута не був би Богутою. Плюс трохи додасть красномовства. Так, птачок нічого не говорить. Я так розумію, нам потрібно говорити тільки з тими, хто з нами говорить.
God be with you, noble lady. There's something I'd like to ask of you.
God be with you. What would that be?
Your diplomatic support. And your money.
No beating around the bush, eh? I like that.
Для чого
But what
тобі
do you
мої
want my money
гроші?
for?
Margrave Yob's plan has some gaps, milady. We need to gather enough resources to...
To muster an army that Margrave can't afford on his own?
Christ, be praised. You're astute.
Боже, ти
I
справді
should say
розумна.
so. All sorts of people have their eyes on my money, and divining their intentions is a necessity. Although, between the two of us, it isn't hard to figure out what Liechtenstein is after.
How do you know Liechtenstein's behind it?
I know most of the people here very well. Many of them certainly have doubts about the Margrave's plans, but they wouldn't dream of stating them aloud. While it seems that Lord Liechtenstein, on the contrary, sees his opportunity.
I'd say you have a better nose for people than most of this crowd.
Not only for people, but also for good food and wine, and
Невигідні
beneficial
угоди.
deals.
Who did you learn from? In my experience, women usually learn other skills.
I acquired the basics from my husband, God rest his soul. And the rest I learnt quickly, as soon as others started sniffing around his estate.
Зрозуміло.
So, to the point. What is it that Liechtenstein wants from me?
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to parley more effectively.
Більш
with
ефективних перемовин з
Nothing
Сігізмундом.
I'd say that's plenty. And why ask me for help? Why should I, of all people, take the risk?
It's not only your money we're interested in. You're well able to negotiate and trade. And if you were to take part in our plan,
Then I'd be helpful to you on two fronts. If you want me to support you, you must give me a good reason. Perhaps a favor, in return.
Do you have something in particular in mind?
Well, one of the guests here has something that shouldn't get into the wrong hands.
Who's that?
Haman Alder. Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him, I would support your proposal.
Have you fallen out with the town council?
Головником магістрата.
Alder is innocent in the matter. My relatives from the House of Bartosz are behind it all. They're disappointed that I dared outlive my husband, and the fact that I'm handling his estates makes their hair stand on end.
And these papers I'm supposed to switch, what do they concern?
My relatives somehow dug up some trade contracts between myself and certain
Небажаними
undesirable
людьми.
parties.
You were dealing with the enemy.
They were not the enemy at the time. My conscience is clear, but I'll rest easier when those papers are in my hands.
I'm supposed to rob an ally.
Haman Alder was given the documents to deliver to the council. He hasn't yet had a chance to look at them, so he won't even notice the difference.
And the papers I'm supposed to plant on Alder?
Just insignificant documents. If the incriminating ones disappeared without a trace, it would arouse suspicion.
All right, I'll help you. Or at least I'll give it a try.
Alder will surely have the papers in his saddlebags, which he left in the shed on the outer courtyard. Bring them to me, and put these there instead. But watch yourself.
Це не Генрі.
Odoran's groom has eyes everywhere.
Це буде, напевно, не так просто. Ну, добре, поговоримо далі.
Nobody has the likes of these.
Not even Bocek?
Not even Wojciech.
I'd like to check your horses out and see if they're as good as you say.
Ha, even better. But you won't believe it until you see for
Не,
yourself.
спочатку
And you
треба
might not believe your
побачити.
eyes when you do see them. Well, we have a new guest.
I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave. Or to arrest my guests some more?
I want to have a word with Alder.
Well, I'm having a word with you.
I apologize, Father.
For interrupting our
Батьку,
conversation?
ти скільки ж
Or
це їм
just for
років?
being you?
Is that your...
Unfortunately. Speak up then. What are you doing here?
I came with a delegation from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Is this a joke?
Why so strict, Martin?
20 years ago, he was nothing but a cheeky brat, only interested in wenches and booze. I got him a place at the Archbishopry to have some sense beaten
Там
into
хоч
his
голову
head.
трохи розуму
Only it
відб'ють.
wasn't long before they kicked him out. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with him, lost everything, and then came creeping home again. Huh?
Try saying it again a little louder. They might not have heard you in the outer courtyard.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced our whole family?
You're exaggerating, like you've always done.
Me? Exaggerating? You're the one who turned my home into a house of ill repute. Your whores wandering around as if they owned the place.
Oh, actually, anything fun was strictly banned under your roof. But maybe you ought to try it yourself sometime. Then maybe you wouldn't be such a bitter old grouch.
You're dishonoring your host.
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor. If you had any, you'd be...
That's enough.
Christopher.
Кристоф.
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to a duel.
We've never met, and we have no cause to be enemies. Take back your challenge, and we'll sort things out peacefully.
You've got no other option. You insulted Father's honor.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for violence. I can have a word in private with Lord Odorin, the second.
as he desires,
Другим.
and then...
Out of the question. This uncouth lout needs a lesson. And he's got plenty to learn from Christopher. By God's grace, I have at least one son I can be proud of.
You want satisfaction? You'll get nothing but shame. As always. Suit yourself, then. We'll fight. Come to the outer courtyard, but quietly. They don't have to put on a show for the crowd.
After you.
Well, that's that. Now, where were we?
Shouldn't we rather...
No, Christopher will sort it out, you'll see.
Make room for
Так.
us. We'll just settle a very private matter. It's an honorable duel, man against man. Stay back.
Не зовсім знаю, які здібності насправді. Можна подивитись швиденько, чи він вміє хоч контрудар робити. А, з довгим мечем він все вміє. Навіть те, чого Генрі не вміє. Цікаво. Ну добре. Глянемо. О,
Enough. That will do.
так, все, меч сховали.
My God. Where did you learn to wield a sword like that? Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. But you could teach sword fighting in a school.
I was in a war. Right after they kicked me out of the Archbishop.
Вигнали з
And you ought to
архієпископства.
know yourself. Not all the faults that Father sees are real.
Aye. Well, I apologize for going off like that. I had to, so that...
So Father would be satisfied. I know. Only he'll never be satisfied. And the sooner you realize that, the better.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second would become something.
Not at all. I remember him the same since I was a nipper. When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg. He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
The first time he took me hunting, he let me starve for 3 days until I was able
Поки
to
не
shoot my
зміг
first
відстрелити
hare.
першого зайця.
Only 3 days.
Мабуть, подобрішав.
I always wondered who you were. There was never much talk about you at home.
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled and boozed until they threw me out of my own
З власного
parish.
приходу.
Now, I have a chance to put things to rights a little.
And that's why you want to talk to Alder.
I've got to get him on our side and to cooperate with us.
Aren't we all on the same side?
Maybe everyone's saying that. But it's time to put it into action.
After your encounter with Father, it won't be easy to get to Alder. Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it. Unless you want to anger Father even more.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But you'll have to trust me. And tell me what it's all about.
All right, then. You've heard Yob's plan, right? It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around without an army to back us up.
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Тут
Leave
правий.
Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible, and he's no fool.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to know
Так,
about
щоб
it.
батько не дізнався.
You're starting to sound like a brother.
Нічого собі. Так. Я так розумію, конюх тут взагалі.
God bless.
Aren't you a bit bored?
What's your problem? The horses are fed and watered. I'm not idle.
God forbid. But standing around here must be a pain in the arse, no? You might get
Мабуть, уже в
thirsty.
горлянці
Not
пересохло.
really. What of it?
Та можна в
Shall
кості
we
зіграти.
roll some dice? I'm sure you can take a little breather, eh?
Well, all right, but just for a little while. I'll wait at the table over there.
Так. Поміняти папери. Цікаво, їх взагалі читати можна було? Я навіть не гляну. А, ні. Приготувати смачну медуху. Так, пішли з ними пограємо, де він там подівся. А, он.
Maybe you're not playing for the first time, but you can't beat me.
Так. Я вже забув, у нас звичайні кості, не просто так. Один.
If I was you, I'd take it. Well, you're not afraid of anything.
Хоч щось треба набрати, ні?
Finished. Your turn.
Так. 2, 3, 4. А, немає 6. Тобто тільки одна п'ятірка.
Let it be now. I want to play too, you know. Well, that's no great
Ай-яй-яй.
loss. You didn't have much anyway. Alright, that'll do.
Нічого собі.
It's yours.
Два, 3, 4, 5, 6. Там би була п'ятірка або одиниця, було б взагалі чудово. А, програли все.
Come to Papa. I won.
А, це без втрати грошей? Та. Я думав, у нього грошей просто небагато, Генрі, то взагалі там би. А ну, де воно? Та ні, так, не втратили нічого. Всі говорять, може навіть поговорити з кимось.
Godwin, you wouldn't be avoiding me. We didn't have much time for conversation on the way here.
Треба це
Let's
виправити.
rectify that.
With pleasure, sir. As it happens, there's something I'd like to ask you. What are you expecting from today's gathering, my lord?
Well, I have no great expectations. But, all going well, we may be able to establish some joint steps towards the future. As long as we proceed without prior agreement and mutual support, we will be very unlikely to achieve any progress.
I couldn't help but notice your son has
Несправжній талант потрапляти в
a bit of a
неприємності.
talent for getting into trouble.
To put it mildly, but not to do him an injustice, knowing young Lord Capon, he undoubtedly contributed to that more than a little. Although, if they didn't pull each other out of trouble, God knows
Ну
where
так,
they'd be
цікаво,
now.
вони тільки вдвох
Wise words.
з усього почета
Still.
вижили.
Henry's come a long way on a thorny path. I trust you're rightfully proud of him.
You know, I am. And Martin would also be glad, even though Henry chose a different path than he.
May God grant him eternal rest. Where did you leave Sir Divish? Surely he's not too old to miss out on
Не
such an
настільки
event.
старий.
Haven't you heard? Lady Stephanie is with
Чекає
child.
дитину.
No one even imagined Divish would produce an heir at his age.
As they say, doesn't matter who kneaded the dough, as long as there's a pie
Ой.
in the oven.
Godwin,
Well, it could be a miracle. Praise the Lord.
Так, може бути диво. Від Генрі.
May I have a word with you, sir?
You? Anytime. With you at least there's
Хоч
some
ніякої
sensible
дурні не скажеш.
conversation, unlike this pack of conceited upstarts.
Have you got something against the Kuttenberg nobles?
Their forefathers lived up to their ears in dung. But thanks to the royal mines, they were born with silver spoons up their asses. And they think that can turn their blood blue.
But surely they're not all like that. And they are our allies.
Allies or not, someone ought to show them their place.
Young Lord Capon is finally free again.
Тепер він краще
Let's
себе
hope he'll take
пильнуватиме.
better care of himself now.
He got a harsh lesson. But at least he might remember to lay off that tomfoolery of his for a while. But if not, war will make a man of him soon enough.
Do you think there's really going to be a war? I mean a proper one, not just sitting around and talking about it.
I sincerely hope so. Whoever sits around risks nothing. It's time to get off our asses and take action.
What do you think about Jobst?
Are you testing me? Jobst called this assembly and he wants things to turn out well. We have to trust him.
To turn out well for whose benefit, though? Some are up to their elbows in silver and blood, so others can live in freedom.
Better make sure you're among the latter then. And in the meanwhile, help the former to
Не
keep
помогти
their
першим
losses to
втратити
a
якнайменше.
Take a look at that. A nightingale surrounded by hawks.
Job's the nightingale. He looks more like a
На
wet
мокру
head to
курку.
me.
it's quite unusual to see him cornered like this.
I'll bet my last groschen he's setting the stage for his final performance. I hope there'll be no singing. I've had a few nightingales and they all screech like
Все
the
ваші
devil.
чорти траву.
Careful with those groschen, my friend.
What is this about?
Oh, nothing. An old grievance.
A little misunderstanding involving a big pile of
А,
counterfeit
скупи
groschen.
підробних.
How big a pile?
Big enough for that bastard Istvan to raise a small army. He caused us a shitload of trouble.
I heard about that Hungarian pussack. But he was dangerously clever. And as slippery as
Мисливський,
a
як
bag of
мішок
eels.
вугрів.
Even though Jobst is right, I'm in favor of decisive action. We can no longer afford to wait.
As if I didn't have enough on my plate already. Like my ward, who I can't leave unattended for a few days.
Щоб
without
його ледве не
damn near
стратили.
getting executed.
Oh,
Причому
go easy
двічі.
on him. It wasn't his fault. And you said you forgive him.
But for the last time, those shenanigans of his have got to stop.
Ah, young Lord Capon is an adult now.
But he doesn't act like it, damn it.
So marry him off.
What?
Find him a wife. That'll straighten him
Миттю
out.
за розум візьметься.
Well, now that you mention it,
He'll sire a few brats and he'll be as tame as a lamb. And happy.
An interesting idea, don't you think, Гаnuш? Maybe he really needs a
Міцна
firm woman.
жіноча рука, ну
don't you
так.
start too. Am I supposed to find him a bride? On top of everything?
No burger's daughter, but them merchants would bleed you dry before you could say dowry.
Цікаво. Ну, з ким тут тільки не наговоришся. Так, підмінили ми документи, я так розумію. Так, це варта. Тут більш нікого цікавого. Судячи з усього. Віддамо ті документи. Купа народу. Всілякого різного.
I've got those papers from Alder for you.
Ще голосніше скажи.
You don't have to announce it to everyone.
My lady, with all the clamor going on here, I can hardly hear my own thoughts. Here they are.
You're more capable than I expected. Thanks for the help.
You're welcome. And now you're part of the bargain.
As agreed. I will support Liechtenstein's proposal with both words and money.
Thank you, noble lady. God will...
Yes, quite. But let's drink
Вип'ємо
to
за
our
нашу
bargain,
угоду.
Godwin.
How could I refuse a toast with such a fine lady? To your health, Lady Anna.
And to the success of our efforts.
Так, заручіться підтримкою. Ну що ж, добре, тоді вже, напевно, в наступній серії продовжимо. Щось якось тут стільки розмов, стільки всього. Сподіваюсь, ми вже закінчимо з Богутою і повернемось до Генрі, бідолашного, якого налякав Сигізмунд. А на поки все. Дякую за увагу. Бережіть себе.